Good morning and welcome to today's 5 with Fitz. The markets are trying to make an upside comeback on news that Evergrande has reportedly renegotiated a debt payment. And then, of course, there's the Fed later today. Here is my playbook. Number 1, make no bones about it, Evergrande is as serious as it gets. The worldwide markets are breathing a sigh of relief as I record this, but I think that's misplaced for a few reasons. First, Evergrande's renegotiated debt payment of $85 million is just 0.003% of the total outstanding $300 billion in debt that company carries. Point number 2, Evergrande's debt accounts for roughly 11% of all Asian high-yield paper. And 3, there are 128 banks and 121 non-financial institutions at risk of cross-default, including foreign bondholders, according to a report from JP Chase. The risks of a contagion are very, very real. Things to think about: consider buying a few SPY puts or inverse funds if you haven't already to hedge. Tighten up your trailing stops. There will be a time to buy, but now is the time to be cautious. Watch my take on Maria Bartiromo's show earlier today by clicking over here. Point number 2, the Fed. Danged if it does, danged if it doesn't. JP Chase CEO Jamie Dimon is known for calling it like he sees it, and we are in total agreement when it comes to the Fed. Team Powell may be forced to make a super sharp move next year, even though it doesn't want to taper this year. We're also in agreement that U.S. policymakers may be forced to concede that at least part of inflation is here to stay. Ergo, to a point I've made repeatedly and often over the past 12 months, it's not transitory, folks. Point number 3, FedEx missed earnings and it's dropped 6.1% in overnight markets, even more at the open. Now, here's the thing. People yell and scream that stocks are too expensive only to cower in fear when they're actually put on sale. FedEx missed on earnings yesterday, citing labor woes, supply chain problems, and more. Great, it's opportunity. I'll be looking to sell a few more cash-secured puts today in an effort to capitalize on the chaos. I thought buying a $220 a share could be good, but getting shares at $200 could be even better if the markets wants to juice premiums enough. A few well-placed lowball orders at that price point could also work nicely too if you'd prefer not to use options. Point number 4, insider trading does not work when everything is tracked. A gentleman named Nate Chastain resigned from OpenSea after allegedly being caught with a secret Ethereum wallet he used to make purchases related to pending front-page NFT releases on that company's website. Translation in plain English, he got busted for reportedly using insider information for personal gain. Now, what strikes me about this is singularly important. Everybody is on a level playing field with blockchain, and that means stuff like this is entirely trackable even though the wallet holder is ostensibly anonymous. Apparently, as the story goes, a few sharp Twitter sleuths used a combination of web archives and more to pin down art pieces, then brought the matter to public attention. Now, if only certain House speakers would be held accountable for similar actions, and a slew of other government bigwigs too. Point number 5, avoid this company's SPAC like the plague. I didn't think I'd live to see the day, frankly. WeWork, remember them, is apparently going public via a SPAC later this year with a $9 billion valuation rather than the $47 billion they proposed a couple of years ago. Make no bones about it, this is simply disaster control for the shareholders and investment bankers who are trying to recoup as much as they can by suckering in a few unwary or wary or unaware, however you want to term it, retail investors. Don't touch it. In fact, avoid WeWork like the plague, unless of course you're prepared for the possibility of losing it all. Today's bottom line, and this just in so we can all finish with a laugh today. Make it a great day. I'll be with you every step of the way. You got this, I promise. See you next time. Thank you for watching today's Morning 5 with Fitz. Click subscribe to get daily market notes right here on YouTube, or sign up for the email versions at the link below. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram for my real-time thoughts on markets, analysis, and more.